Hello and welcome to video number 2. My name is Stephen McGeown and I'm going to be sharing with you the power of belief. It's an absolute privilege for me to share with you the power of belief because this has had a huge impact on my own life and business as well. Now I'm going to share with you one short story from this newspaper. Here it is. It's a newspaper supplement which is 16 stories of people who introduced the 12 habits of a high achiever into their life. And there's one particular story here that's towards the back. This is a very famous newspaper in Ireland called the Sunday Business Post. And here we've got a guy called Ben Adams. Ben is from Australia and he introduced the 12 habits of a high achiever into his life, and he gave particular focus on the power of belief. Now when Ben started the program, he had no company or capital, but he got involved in our program and within 18 months he had a company valued at $10 million. So guys, it does work. It absolutely works. So I'm going to share with you here 4 fundamental steps in the power of belief that can transform your results and really take you to the next level in both your business, your life, your relationships, your health, whatever it is that you want to apply it to. But before we do that, guys, let me share with you a poem of a person who has absolute conviction and belief. It couldn't be done. Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but he'd be the one who wouldn't say so till he tried. So he buckled right in with a trace of a grin on his face. If he worried, he hit it. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. Somebody scoffed, "Oh, you'll never do that. At least no one has ever done it." But he took off his coat and he took off his hat, and the first thing we knew, he'd begun it. With a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubting or quit it, he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to point out to you one by one the dangers that wait to assail you. But just buckle it in with a bit of a grin. Just take off your coat and go to it. Just start to sing as you tackle the thing that cannot be done, and you'll do it. Wow, what a fantastic poem from Edgar Guest. And I highly recommend that you take this poem. We have it here for you as a complimentary gift. Take it, print it out, frame it, read it every day, and that will inspire and motivate you to take action towards those goals, those dreams, and those visions that you shared with Declan in video 1. And in turn, it'll help you believe with absolute conviction in what you're doing, which will empower you and therefore will help you to achieve them. Now let's move on here to the 4 fundamental steps of introducing the power of belief into your business and life. Before we do this, I want to tell you why these are very, very important to me. These are the 4 steps that whenever I first stumbled across them, I suppose you'd say I was in a place where I didn't have goals, I didn't have vision, I didn't have dreams, and I didn't really believe in myself at all. And once I came across this information here that we're sharing with you, what happened was I went from that place to open up my first business, then I opened up another, and another, and another. And to cut the long story short, I ended up with 13 health clubs across the nation of Ireland, employing 65 people. And went on to win an International Franchisee of the Year out of 5,000 businesses worldwide. So this stuff does work. It has an amazing power. So, step number 1 is take full responsibility. Take full responsibility for who you are now. You are where you are now. There's no point in blaming someone else. There's no point in complaining about it. There's no point in making up excuses about it. The very first step in order to achieve our goals and our dreams is to realise exactly where we are now. Once and for all, put it down. Take responsibility for it and just say, I am here at this place now, but I am ready for the next step to move on. And the next step is step number 2, which is drop the mental baggage. You can have success with business sometimes, and sometimes it can fall apart. You can do well in the property market and it can take a nosedive. You can have a relationship that's going exceedingly well and then it can fall into tatters. Whatever that may be, the first thing we've got to do is drop the mental baggage. So take out a pen and a paper and write down all the things that you want to let go of which are in your life now. Things that you've been carrying around for a while. And as soon as you do this, you'll notice that automatically it'll free up your energy. And whenever that energy is freed up, your passion, your drive, your excitement, your motivation, it all comes back to you tenfold. Your belief in yourself, knowing that you absolutely can do this, will leave room in your mind as you let go now. This will leave that room in your mind for achieving what you truly do want to achieve. So take some time and study these first 2 points. Now, let's go to step number 3, which is entering into a state of gratitude. Now, quite often whenever we imagine the word gratitude, some people think that's a load of wishy-washy nonsense. What do you mean by gratitude? What have I got to be grateful for? The number one universal law is cause and effect. What you give out is what you get back. The amazing thing about gratitude is that gratitude is the number one transforming component. If you're ever in a place in your life where you need to get a result, if you're ever in a place in your life where things aren't going the way that you want them to go and you want to turn them around, there is one place which you must fall back to. You can try everything else, but if those things don't work, this is your fallback. Enter into a state of gratitude. Because from a state of gratitude, what you access is your ultimate power. If you want to be at your all-time best, if you want to perform at the highest level, enter into a true state of gratitude and just watch your life magically transform. So how do you enter into a state of gratitude? First thing is, let's look at the things that we're thankful for in our life. And you can start with the very, very simple things. You could say, thank you for my eyes. Thank you for my ears, my hands, my mouth, my nose, my body, my clothes, my house, my home, my car, my wife, my husband, my children. And as you begin to list down all the things that you're grateful for and that you're thankful for in your life, what will begin to happen is it'll change your vibration. It changes how you feel. And we all know that how we feel determines how we act. And how we act ultimately creates our results. So you want to change right now the way that you're acting. If you're acting, say, a 6 out of 10 and you want to be a 10 out of 10, if you want to get yourself into that state of gratitude, change your vibration and your results will automatically begin to change too. It's a vital part of the 12 Habits of a High Achiever program. A very simple example of this would be we took 10 people. We worked with these 10 people over a 3-month period and we got them doing was entering into the state of gratitude over and over again every single day, applying this power of belief. And what happened was out of these 10 people, 7 followed through and each of them reported an average of a 65% improvement in their business, their finance and their life satisfaction. So let me now take you to step number 4. Step number 4 is mind feed. Just like the body needs proper nutrition, so does the mind. It's vitally, vitally important. There are 2 types of mind feed. We've got internal mind feed and external mind feed. So first of all, let me deal with the internal mind feed. Internal mind feed is the thoughts that you allow yourself to engage in. It's been said before that our thoughts create our results. It's the language that you engage inside in your inner world and your mind. So if you're saying language that's preventing you, that's stopping you and that's holding you back, if you're saying self-limiting language, if you're saying a language of a doubter, language of a quitter, notice what you're saying, because each piece of language that you say internally programs your mind. And as you're programming your mind, you're programming yourself in the way which you will act. So if you're saying anything internal, be sure it is positive and bright. The second part of this is external. Vitally important is the external mind feed. External mind feed would be the people that you surround yourself with, the books you read, the TV you watch, the magazines, the newspapers, the internet, any information which you put into your mind externally. Every single time, the ground rule, the number one rule of the universe is cause and effect. And as we put in the right information, the proper stuff, the proper stories, it changes our results. So it's vitally important to go over these steps 3 or 4 times. Really get into this power of belief. Don't just sit there and watch this passively. Get into it. Get stuck in. Declan and myself are here and we're cheering you all the way to the top. We want you to be at that level where you're really achieving. That's why we've created this video series. And in the next video, Declan will be sharing another really important message. Take it on board. Get stuck in. Interact with us. Put your comments down here below. Tell us results that you're getting in your life too by applying this information. And we would absolutely love to hear from you. Apply the power of belief right now. And remember, dream big, take action, and enjoy the journey.